Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my channel for another SH Figuarts Bandai Tamashii Nations Dragon Ball Super Superhero Figure Unboxing and Review video. Yeah, it's a mouthful every time. Today we're taking a look at none other than Ultimate Gohan. It's been a while since we got an updated adult Gohan figure. Yeah, I'm pretty excited. I got mine from toyswonderland.com. Link for that is in the description below. They have payment plans, as well as a points-based reward system. While you're down there, why not hit that subscribe, bell notification icon, and join button, so you're notified as soon as a brand new review goes live on the channel. As for the box art, you guessed it, the usual Dragon Ball Figuarts style. His name along the side done in this metallic finish, an open window where you can see the figure himself, plus a bunch of product shots wrapping their way around the side of the box itself. On the back, a bunch more product shots showcasing various poses. Now, the real exciting thing about this guy is that he's using the new 3.0 articulation scheme. I know it's not for everyone, some people don't like the new joints and the cuts, but for me, I'm just kind of excited to see something different. And that's exactly what we have right here. What we are going to do now, though, is get all of his accessories laid out in the light box and take a closer look at everything he comes with. Normally, we'd start off with the display base first, but unfortunately, he doesn't have one. He doesn't have any blast effects, nor does he have any real accessories whatsoever. You get some faceplates and the usual array of hands. Now, at the very least, the faceplates are really nicely printed. I like the frown lines, I like the print for the eyes, it's crisp and clean. Now, I haven't quite yet decided which is my favourite, but please, weigh in down below which is yours. We will of course be trying out all of these faceplates on Gohan a little bit later. I guess, more accurately I should have said, right now, Gohan doesn't have a ton of accessories, but more are coming. When we get Gammas 1 and 2, they come packed in with alternate heads and different accessory pieces for this figure. So yes, when I eventually get them in, we will try out those accessories on Gohan. Now, he does come with the usual suspects when it comes to hands. Closed fist, martial arts fighting pose hands, and ki blast hands. I like the skin tone, they're all really well sculpted. Standing straight up and down in the light box, no crazy poses or accessories or anything like that. Yeah, that's Gohan, but not quite as we know him from the early seasons of Dragon Ball Super. He was a lot skinnier, he always wore a tracksuit. This is a return to form and I am all for it. He's absolutely huge, the proportions are on point, the purple is stunning, and let me just say I'm really glad to see him back in purple. I reckon he's going to complement Piccolo really nicely. The hair is a lot bigger and spikier, more on that in just a second, plus he comes with all of those faceplates. And he's done in the new Dragon Ball Super superhero aesthetic, meaning the shoes are a lot bigger and rounder. Up close and personal, Gohan is an absolute beast. He's big, he's chunky, he's swole, he looks really good. Starting off with the head sculpt first though, the hair is a lot longer than we're used to seeing, but I think it works. It's got a ton of lines sculpted in so it adds some visual interest, and yes, his neck is really big. Some people have done a mod to extend his head up and make the neck look slightly longer, but for me, I like him looking this chunky. Now, I am tempted to still do the neck mod and just see what it looks like, but for now, I'm still fairly happy. They've also solved the issue where the pecs were a different colour to the neck and the faceplate, because this time the pecs are casted out of the same plastic as the neck and the rest of the faces. Speaking of which, they are a little bit of a pain to switch out. You have to remove this front hairpiece, slide everything out, but when you attach the faceplate on, it looks almost entirely seamless. Bandai have done a really good job making sure all of the gaps and tolerances are tight, and that overall just makes him look even better. Out of the three faceplates, I reckon this one is my favourite. He's got the gritted teeth, you can tell he's about to kick some serious butt. I am still really excited to try out the Super Saiyan head sculpt and whatever else is in the pipeline for this figure, but for now, yeah, I love the way this looks. His upper torso is done in the new 3.0 style, meaning you've got this sloped ab crunch versus a straight cut, and the shoulder pads are completely different. I like the way they look for the most part, but I don't love this step down. It's a little ugly, I know. It can be posed away when it comes to articulation, but when you have him just standing there, it is something you may notice. His arms are well sculpted, you've got musculature, and the same thing can be said for his pecs, although there isn't any shading here. I guess you can say that for the entire figure, everything is cast in the color plastic it was already supposed to be, with a matte finish over the top. It still looks nice and premium. I mean, you can still tell this is Gohan, but some shading would have been icing on the cake. You also have a rubbery red belt that is free floating, so you can move it around when it comes to posing, and these black wrist sections, which yes, are accurate to the movie. Continuing on with the 3.0 trend, his legs are also brand new. He no longer has those weird little floating cover flap pieces at the hips, which I absolutely hated. This, in my opinion, looks way better. You've got some wrinkles sculpted in all the way down, and they've even sculpted the backside of his knee joints, which, once again, wasn't something they did previously. Now, his feet are also brand new. They're the Piccolo-style shoes, but they're based off Super Hero, so they are a lot more rounded. I have seen people swap these out with the pointed ones, and yes, that looks really good. I like the color, I like the sculpt work, and they have continued this flap down the side versus on the inside, so you still have maximum range of motion, but from the outside it just looks a little bit more seamless. For a quick side-by-side comparison, here we have Piccolo alongside Gohan, both from Dragon Ball Super Hero. And seeing as though they're from the same line, it kind of makes sense that they complement each other really well. Piccolo is taller, as he should be, his gi is slightly darker in colour, and the same thing can be said for his belt and his shoes. But you will notice the shoes are rounded, just like we have with Gohan. That's because of the new aesthetic choices from the movie. Not everyone's going to love it, as I said earlier, but for me, it's something different. And it kind of works here. Going over articulation, do bear in mind this is my personal copy of the figure, so I'm going to be a little bit more careful. Starting off with the head sculpt, it's on a series of ball joints, one at the base of the head and another at the base of his neck. Looking forward and back, swivel and pivot side to side. The arms will go up to there, they will go forward and back, butterfly joint at the shoulder that also hinges up and down. Swivel at the bicep, double bend at the elbow, plus a hinge and swivel for his wrist peg. His torso does crunch forward and back, swivel and pivot side to side. The legs go forward to there, going out to there, swivel at the upper thigh, double bend at the knee that does get you past 90, a hinge and swivel for the ankle, plus of course, toe articulation. Wrapping up on the Bandai Tamashii Nations SH Figuarts Dragon Ball Super Hero Ultimate Gohan. So, at the end of the video, is this the ultimate Gohan? No, I don't think he is. It's a really good figure, don't get me wrong, but at the same time, it's super bare bones. It doesn't come with any blast effects, no Tamashii stage, and no transformation heads. Now, you may be sitting there screaming at your monitor saying, Justin, what are you talking about? We're getting those pieces with Gammas 1 and 2. And yes, we are. But they're not here yet. I have to review this figure as I see him right now. And it's a pretty tough sell. I do love the purple gi, I love the big chunky body, and yes, the faceplates are awesome. But if you were hoping for the best Gohan ever, I don't think this guy is it, at least not until we get those bonus pieces. When we do, I will revisit my opinion, but for right now, some of the other Ultimate Gohan figures might be a better option. Unless, like me, you adore the purple gi, then this one is for you. Now, I got mine from toyswonderland.com. Link for that is in the description below. They have installment plans as well as a points-based reward system. While you're down there, why not hit that subscribe, bell notification icon, and join button? if you like the sound of seeing your name in the end credits of my reviews. Like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next video.